Okay, so for today we will continue the another subtopic, which is transport in plants. Okay, so normally in transport in plants there are two major topics that you need to learn. One topic is transpiration and another one is translocation. Okay, so for today class we will only talk about the transpiration only. Another class we will talk about the translocation. So I will separate into two parts to finish this chapter. Okay, so for today we will explain about the transpiration. So what is transpiration? So I think everyone if your SPM or everyone should be know transpiration is the process of the transport of water in plant, right? That the water will be transported through the xylem vessel and also track it from the root to all part of to the leaf, right? Because our leaf contain chloroplast that require water to undergo photosynthesis, right? So we know that the water and mineral ion are transported through the xylem vessel from the root to the leaf. And then translocation, we know that transport of organic nutrient like sucrose, glucose, or any type of nutrient can be transported from leaf from the leaf to all part of body that require nutrient. This is the general definition that we know. So in SPM maybe you are not learn detail about the mechanism of the process. So in STPM you will learn in very detail about the process. So for today we will learn about transpiration in plants. Okay, so normally if you want to learn about transpiration and translocation, you need to know about the xylem the vascular tissue. Because vascular tissue play the important role to transport the water and also organic nutrient. So vascular tissue, if you imagine in human like blood vessel, because in human our transport system is blood circulatory system and also lymphatic system, right? But in plant there are no the system that involved in transport is vascular tissue. So we know that there are two types of vascular tissue, right? One is xylem tissue and another one is phloem tissue. Both of them are involved in transport, but the function differ, as I mentioned before. Xylem tissue is transport water and mineral ion, and phloem tissue is transport organic nutrient. Okay, so for today we will more focus on xylem vessel, the xylem tissue lah. Okay, I think this structure everyone should be know. This is dicotyledon plant that contain the vascular bundle. We know that the inner side is xylem and outer side is phloem. So this one is that you already learned in Sem 1 lah. I just recap only. And then we know that there are four types of xylem vessel, right? Xylem cell, right? Xylem vessel, tracheic, fiber, and parenchyma cell. So for normally the role that play the role in water transporting are xylem vessel and tracheic. Fiber and parenchyma do not involve in the water transporting one. Only xylem vessel, especially xylem vessel lah. So in exam normally you need to mention about xylem vessel. You cannot write just xylem. If you write xylem, no marks lah, because xylem contain 4 cells. Not all the cells involved in water transporting. Only xylem vessel and also tracheic involved in water transporting. But the major role in transporting is xylem vessel. Okay, next we will enter the water transport in plants. So this is topic under transpiration process. So normally before we go to the transpiration process, you need to know that how the plants absorb water. We know that root cell, the root of the plant is the main place that absorb water, right? So if you see this diagram, maybe if you see this diagram, this is our root cell, right? The root tissue. This is our root tissue. That this is the place that the role of the plant that absorb water from the soil. So we know that root is absorb water from the soil, but how it absorb water, how the root can absorb the water. Okay, so this one is the topic that you need to learn lah. Water absorption by root cells. Okay, so normally root cell is important part because absorption of water and mineral ion is occur at there. Because all the water molecule and the mineral ion in the plant is absorbed at the root cell. So normally if you take out the root cell from the soil, normally there no absorption occur, then the plant will die in very short time. So root cell normally it consists of many root hair, which the plasma membrane is permeable to water to increase the surface area. So what is root cell? So like this is our root hair. So in the roots, this is one of the diagram lah. But actually in the root there are many root cells at here. So mainly there are another root cell at here and another root cell at here. So there are many root cells that display at here. So why? Because it need to increase the surface area of the root cell exposed to the soil, so that more water molecule can be absorbed. So compared to if no root hair at here, if only contain the one layer, single layer like that, the water absorption rate of water absorption is very slow. The plant cannot absorb many water. But when it contain the root hair, meaning that they expose more to the soil, so that the root cell can absorb more water molecule from the soil. Okay. And then normally our root cell is hypertonic region. Hypertonic region. Why? Because we know that water and the mineral ion is transported through osmosis and simple diffusion or facilitated diffusion, right? So this process mainly is down concentration gradient. So if you want to let water molecule from the soil absorbed by the root hair enter the root cell, you need to maintain that our root hair is hypertonic condition, meaning that the solute potential for root hair is very high. The water potential at root hair is very low, so that the water molecule from the soil will diffuse or enter into the root cell down the concentration gradient. We know that water is moved down the concentration gradient from high concentration to low concentration. So that is why that your root hair must be maintained in hypertonic condition. Okay, and then so that this will ensure that the soil solution include water and mineral ion will be enter into the root cell, its epidermal cell, and then pass through along the cell wall into the cortex. And then so normally this flow enhance to the exposure of cortex cell to the soil solution and provide greater surface membrane area absorption compared to the epidermis alone. And then this active transport may also occur in mineral ion that be moved into the cell. So normally this one I will explain in root pressure. Another one is root pressure. Later I will explain it. So normally if you see this explanation, meaning that after the water is absorbed, it will enter the epidermis first. Later it will pass through the cortex and then go to the root xylem. So why it contain many cortex cells at here? Why know that the epidermis directly enter the xylem muscle? Because it need to enhance the exposure of the cortex cell to soil solution, provide the greater surface membrane area for absorption. So meaning that this if got this cortex, it can increase the surface area too, so that more water molecule can be can be accumulated here and then can pass through into the xylem vessel. If you compare to epidermis, meaning that it only contains one layer and then the water directly enter the root, xylem vessel, meaning that the root need to absorb more water compared to that no cortex one. If the cortex is absent lah. But if now cortex is present in the root tissue, so that when the water is absorbed, so that the water will be accumulated here, so the plant don't need to absorb many water molecule lah, compared to the that does not have the cortex. Okay. So this is the general theory that you need to learn, while how the adsorption will be occur by the root cells. So this is the adaptation that you need to know.